Hey guys, this is Holmes from Whitebox Gaming. Today I'm just going to show you guys real quickly some of the add-ons that we're working on for the new update for Lost in Outer Space. And this is going to be available on all of our products as well going forward. We're doing some updates to some systems that we haven't touched in a long time. Alright, so first we have our exit button here on the login screen. We didn't have that before. Apologize for that. So it was kind of a pain in the butt to kind of exit the game. So we're going to add that now so you can actually click on that and exit the game. I'm going to go ahead and log in. And normally it won't take you to your settings screen, but obviously we're in test mode. So I'm going to have it go to our new settings menu. And again, this will be available on all products as we update them slowly over time. Lost in Outer Space is going to be the very first one to get this because it had the most outpour for the settings menu. So we have a few things here, starting out with the audio. Let's go ahead and do the audio test real quick, and I'll kind of show you guys around. So we have the audio here. I don't know if you can hear it or not, probably not. But you can adjust your volume. So what happens is when we run this test, let's go ahead and run it. I can hear it playing, but it's going to ask you, do you hear it playing? If you say yes, it'll just close out. Let's go back to it. Let's say if you say no, you can't hear it. So it's going to give you some tips. It's going to tell you to check your audio down here. Is that correct? Maybe checking your device manager. Do you have the latest updates? A few things like that. So let's say that I go below 10% on this. All right, I'm all the way down to 9%. So I barely hear my sound. I'm going to say no. So what it's done is it's detected that our in-game audio setting is the music volume is low. So it's telling us to check the audio setting. So it's basically telling us to go here and look. Hey, is this okay? I'm going to set this to 100. Actually, I'll set this to 0 because it's basically what it should be. We'll go ahead and test again. We'll say no because I don't hear anything. It's going to tell me two things. It's detected two problems. It's detected that my music is muted, which I did mute it, and it's also detected that my music volume is below 10%. So I should probably check my audio settings. So let's set this up here. I'm going to go ahead and mute. Let's try this again. No, I don't hear anything. It's a little buggy. Still working on that one a little bit, but what it should have done is it should have said, hey, your music is muted. Didn't quite capture that. That's okay. Same thing for sound. You can adjust your sound on and off. And this is just kind of a basic test. Windows has a more elaborate test for testing your audio, but we just wanted to kind of throw that in there just in case you needed some help testing your audio. Next thing we have is our controller setup. So we support more controller setups than this, obviously, but this is just a basic controller setup. And I'll go ahead and start with my controller. So we actually added controller support, as you can see. It's even interacting right here with this. Some other things we have the buttons. Whoops, let's go back to controller. We have our buttons here that are interactable. On my old school Super Nintendo controller that I have here. And then we also have our keyboard settings. As you can see. It's definitely working because it's trying to click that too. It's being detected. And then we have our directional buttons. In case you're wondering why this is affecting this, because this is supported for Fire Stick and your controllers, of course, not just your mouse. So you can actually use your keyboard to navigate in here as well. So that's why that's working, and why you're able to select stuff like that. So that's that screen though, and it was finally come to an account. So your account screen is pretty secure. You can now update your email address, your password, your handle, and your title, which I only have one title. We're actually going to expand upon the titles. The title system is for your WBG chat. We haven't really utilized it. It's been there literally since the beginning of time. We just never really did anything with it. So I actually want to start utilizing that now that we have the chat system. I think people will kind of have some fun with it. And we'll have some titles that you will earn in the games, by playing the games. And we'll also have some titles maybe that you can also purchase that are a little bit more custom. Some titles that, probably support, like Jade the Dragon, for example. I'd probably have a custom one for her just to support her, or maybe one for Callie, who's another one of our YouTube supporters. Maybe one for Adam, again another YouTube supporter. So basically, our supporters, I want to give special tags or titles, for people, to kind of help self promote people who support us. So it's just a small thing that we can do with the titles. It's very little, small thing, but it's kind of cool. Customize your account. You can do all kinds of just crazy stuff. As always, your handles need to meet certain requirements. So we do have a checker in here, for example. So my chat handle is too short when I try to change it. Same thing with password. I'll just go ahead and have an empty password. Password's too short. Try again. And same thing with email. If I do hello world, this should kick off. Actually, I'm not going to do that because I don't want to break my email. But let's just check. Yeah. So it needs to be at least 5 characters. I believe it's supposed to also have the @ sign and some other things that are requirements as well that it checks. But just you can update your account. And what happens when you update your account or your email is it'll prompt you to re-log into the game after you change your email. And it only does that on the email because that's a major change to your account when you change your email, and we recommend that you only do that like when you absolutely have to. But anyway, so this is some of the new changes that we're bringing, along with the multiplayer add-on is coming as well. And as we said, we're going to now start supporting the controllers. The controller support, in my opinion, is a big thing. So that's going to be cool. That we're supporting controllers. So we guys hope that you guys really enjoy the new add-ons, and feel free to share things that we might have missed in this add-on, because this is an account add-on, but it's also an add-on for Lost in Outer Space and all other prior games and future games. So thanks for watching. Please subscribe.